Hey everybody, Rhonda here. Currently flying at 200 miles an hour, 10,500 feet air. And I was just thinking, I was flying over the Nevada desert, and it's pretty windy today because it's really hot. And flying over the mountains here in Nevada, there's more 14,000 foot mountains in Nevada than other state in America, which is pretty cool. A lot of mountains don't have anything on it but little shrubs and stuff, and you can kind of see out there it's pretty desolate. But what happens when the desert floor heats up, it pushes air up, and then it meets cold air at the top and pushes it down. And so as you go over these mountains, the plane's going up and down. And right now I have it set up on autopilot. I have it on GPS. I originally had it on heading bug, which is, I'll show you right here. That little bug, hopefully you can see that. But the little arrow, let's see if I move that around. I don't know if you can see it. See it there? So that's a heading bug. So I originally had it set up that way, but because of the winds pushing me up and down and side to side, because with all these mountains out here, if you look, there's just tons of mountains. And so there's little, if you can imagine, if there was water coming through there, it's just blowing me all over the place. So it made me think about your credit. And what I mean by that is when you are having someone fix your credit, so if you use my company, fortresscreditpro.com, or if you use another company that I have, it's called credit57.com. So if you use any of those companies or someone else's credit, Credit Nerds, there's lots of different websites out there. Kansas City Credit with Donna Perkins, good friend of mine, Eric Counts with Credit Nerds, and lots of them out there, right? But if you use a company to fix your credit, much like when you're on autopilot, they say that 97% of the time you're off track. You're not following straight the way you go. And it's the same way with credit repair. Your scores are going up and down the whole time. Your credit card balances are going around. So with that being said, it is normal during the credit repair process for your scores to go up and down, 50 points up, 100 points down, 60 points up, 30 points down. Just like when I'm flying right now, I'm going up anywhere from 20 to 50 feet up per minute to 100 feet down per minute. It's just constant, up and down because of all this wind. And I'm getting ready, and I'll pull it around here so you can see it. You can see through the propeller there. But see those mountains there? Reno's just on the other side of that really big mountain. And then if you look, you might be able to see it. I hope you can see it in the camera. But that's Pyramid Lake. And I can guarantee you, when I get over the top of that first set of mountain ranges there, and I get over top of Pyramid Lake, the plane is going to go either up or down. It's most likely going to go down because the air is going to be colder on the other side of this mountain range because of the water. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that, is during the credit repair process. So if you're fixing it yourself or you hired a professional like myself at fortresscreditpro.com or credit57.com, if you hired me or some other company to fix your credit, or if you're doing it on your own, it is normal for your scores to go up and down, sideways, right and left. It's just normal. It's just part of the process. Now here's what you can do to help stabilize that a little bit, just like I did by switching it over to GPS versus the heading bug. Because now the computer is using the heading bug and the GPS that I have set for the Minden Airport, and it's coupled, and so it's constantly adjusting, constantly. And I wish you could see it in here, but without changing the video and adding it back in here, you can't really see it. But it's moving back and forth, and then the other one is keeping me up and down. Okay, so that's normal for an airplane, and it's normal for your credit repair process. Here's what you can do to make it better, to make it a smoother ride. You need to get at least 3 credit cards. Now the problem is, if you got bad credit, it's going to be hard to get 3 credit cards. That's why we have 5 different credit cards to choose from at fortresscreditpro.com/credit cards. So if you go to my website, fortresscreditpro.com/credit cards, or just fortresscreditpro.com and click on credit cards, got a whole list of them. My favorite ones, Down to Shop, and the jewelry store, then Finger Hut, and then the 4 or 5 live feeds for the secured cards. So I don't know, maybe there's 7, 8 cards on there. It's a live feed, so it changes every day. But here's the thing to remember. You're better off with the down to shop or jewelry card because, see the plane moving around on me? And I'm almost over the top of the mountain, so that's why remember I told you it would get pretty bumpy. But the reason you get the down to shop or the jewelry card or the finger HUD is because they're going to give you a $1,500 minimum credit limit to a $6,500 credit limit. And the bigger the credit limit is, the better it is for your credit score. Whereas if you go and get a secured card, here's the problem. You can only give them $500. And now when you go get a tank of gas or you put a couple $100 on there for whatever, you now overutilize the credit card, so now the scores tank. Whereas if you had a $5,000 credit card and one $500 credit secured card, then your utilization rate is going to be completely different, and you're not going to be a really high utilization rate, which causes your score to tank. It stays level. So to recap, it is normal during the credit repair process, whether you're doing it yourself or I'm doing it for you at fortresscreditpro.com or credit57.com. It's normal for your scores to go up and down, left and right. Completely normal. You can help reduce some of that friction, if you will, by getting some of the credit cards on our website. I recommend at least 3. 5 is better, but at least 3. And you can get those at fortresscreditpro.com. See you guys later. Oh, let me turn around so you can see the lake. Hold on 1 second there. So hopefully you can see the lake right there. If you look way over there in the distance, you probably can't see it through the propeller, but there's a pyramid, a huge pyramid. And if you look through there, you probably can't see it. So let me see if I can get on that side. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's actually pyramids in this lake. And they tell you a little bit about Pyramid Lake. It is almost the same elevation, if not the same elevation, as the bottom of Lake Tahoe. And every year, it's illegal to swim in the Pyramid Lake because they believe it's connected to Lake Tahoe with these underground tunnels and rivers. And if you go swimming, the Pyramid Lake will actually suck you down and suck you and push you out into Lake Tahoe about 85 miles away. So I don't know the exact, but I'm looking at my GPS here, and 85, 90 miles away. And of course, by then you're dead because you've been under the water for so long. But they believe that it's all interconnected, and so as the lake in Lake Tahoe tends to dry up, it sucks water out of Pyramid Lake, so they don't allow fishing there. But I'll swing it around again.